9-0, every single Supreme Court justice agreed. On June 5, 2026, the Supreme Court of the United States dropped a ruling that every governor in all 50 states was praying would never come. And it came anyway. This decision doesn't just affect gun owners in California or New York. This affects you, whether you're in Texas, Florida, Ohio, or anywhere in between. Every executive order, every emergency power grab, every backdoor restriction your governor quietly slipped through just got constitutionally torched. Mainstream media had 24 hours to cover this. They spent it talking about everything else. We're not going to do that here. This ruling changes what you can legally do starting today, not next year, not after appeals. Today, and here's what makes this different from everything you've heard before. Let me ask you something. When was the last time CNN broke a story that actually helped gun owners? And when did MSNBC sit down and explain your rights clearly, honestly, without an agenda? They didn't, they won't, and they never will. Because their job isn't to inform you, their job is to manage you. That's exactly why this channel exists. While cable news was busy spinning narratives, we were reading the actual court documents, we were tracking the oral arguments, and we were watching this build for months. And now it's here. And most gun owners have absolutely no idea. This channel was built for people who actually take their rights seriously. Hit subscribe and prove it right now. Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 3 things most people will never know. Number 1, exactly which governor powers were permanently stripped. Number 2, how this ruling affects your daily carry situation right now. Number 3, what's already being planned to take these rights back. Stay with me. This is the most important Second Amendment development in years. Let's talk about how we got here. Because this didn't happen overnight, this ruling is the final result of a legal war that's been building for nearly 2 decades. It starts in 2008, District of Columbia v. Heller. The Supreme Court ruled 5-4 that the Second Amendment protects an individual's right to keep and bear arms, not a militia's right. Your right. Personally, individually, that was the foundation. Then came 2010, McDonald v. City of Chicago. The court ruled 5-4. Again, this time they said states and cities cannot ignore Heller. The Second Amendment applies everywhere in America. Every city, every county, every state. But governors kept pushing back. They got creative emergency powers, executive orders, permit systems designed to fail you. They found every crack in the wall and exploited it. Then 2022 changed everything. New York State Rifle and Pistol Association v. Bruen. The court ruled 6-3. They threw out the old legal test that let judges decide when your rights were reasonable. They replaced it with a strict historical tradition standard. If the founders didn't do it, states cannot do it either. That ruling sent shockwaves through every anti-gun state house in America. But governors still didn't stop. They repackaged their restrictions, renamed their permit requirements, invented new bureaucratic hurdles. They kept fighting. And that's exactly what brought us to this moment. This new ruling, decided by a 9-0 unanimous vote, goes further than Heller, McDonald, and Bruen combined. Every justice agreed. Liberal justices, conservative justices, all 9. When that happens, it means the legal argument on the other side is completely gone. The court's language was direct and unmistakable. Paraphrased simply, no state emergency power overrides a constitutional right, full stop. That language matters. It closes the loopholes governors have been hiding inside for years. This ruling specifically impacts laws that were actively enforced in California, New York, Illinois, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Hawaii. These states built entire restriction systems around executive authority. That authority just got constitutionally eliminated. Now, before we go any further, important note. This video is educational information only. Always consult a licensed firearms attorney for your specific situation and your specific state. And now let's talk about what this actually means for your life. This is where it gets real. Forget the legal language, forget the court documents. Let's talk about your life, your rights, your daily reality starting today. Hit the like button right now. It tells me to keep making videos like this. Here are the 5 most important changes this ruling creates for you personally. Point 1 - governor executive orders are now unconstitutional. For years, governors have used executive orders like weapons against gun owners. One signature, no legislature, no debate, no vote. Suddenly your rights were restricted overnight. California did it, New York did it, Illinois did it repeatedly. This ruling says that ends. Now, a governor's pen cannot override the Constitution. If an executive order restricts your Second Amendment rights, it is immediately challengeable in federal court. That power is gone. Point 2, emergency powers over firearms are permanently stripped. Remember COVID? Governors across America used emergency powers to shut down gun stores. They called firearms non-essential. They blocked ammunition sales. They used a health crisis to attack your rights. This ruling closes that door permanently. It's like a landlord trying to lock you out of your own home during a storm, and the court just handed you the master key. No emergency, natural disaster, health crisis, civil unrest gives a governor authority over your constitutional rights ever again. Point 3 minus may issue permit workarounds are dead. After Bruen killed may issue carry permits, some states got sneaky. They created new approval systems with different names but identical results. Impossible standards, endless delays, subjective denials. This ruling specifically addresses those workarounds. If the system is designed to deny you, it's unconstitutional, period. But here's the part that most channels completely skip, and is the part that matters most to you personally. It's not just about carrying a firearm. This ruling protects the entire ecosystem of your Second Amendment rights. Purchasing, storing, transporting, every stage where governors inserted bureaucratic barriers. This ruling strips those barriers away systematically. Point 4 minus red flag law overreach is now curtailed. Red flag laws aren't eliminated, but this ruling draws a hard constitutional line. Due process cannot be bypassed. Your property cannot be seized without proper legal procedure. Governors cannot expand red flag enforcement through executive action alone. Point 5, interstate carry recognition gets stronger. This ruling strengthens the legal argument for interstate carry recognition. If your state issues a carry permit, other states have significantly less constitutional ground to refuse it. Think of it like a driver's license. Every state recognizes it. That's the direction this ruling pushes your carry rights toward. Drop a comment below, tell me which of these 5 points hits closest to home for you. I read every single comment personally, because here's the truth, most people miss entirely. This ruling doesn't just give you rights on paper, it gives you legal standing to fight back when those rights are violated. That's the real power here. You're not just protected, you're armed with constitutional authority to challenge every restriction that crosses this line, and that changes everything. Not every state feels this equally. Where you live determines exactly how dramatically your rights just changed. Let me break this down clearly. 3 groups, specific states, real consequences. Group 1, most affected states. These states built entire firearms restriction systems around governor authority. This ruling hits them hardest. California, New York, Illinois, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Hawaii. If your state is on this list, pay close attention to everything I say next. California had over a dozen active executive restrictions on firearms purchases, storage requirements, and carry permissions. Every single one is now constitutionally vulnerable. Gun owners there have immediate legal grounds to challenge. New York tried rebuilding their permit system after Bruen destroyed the old one. They called it the Concealed Carry Improvement Act. They added impossible requirements, character references, social media reviews, psychological evaluations. This ruling directly challenges that entire structure. Illinois governors used emergency declarations repeatedly to restrict firearms dealer operations in Chicago and surrounding counties. That specific authority gone permanently. These 3 states alone represent millions of gun owners whose daily reality just changed significantly overnight. Group 2, moderately affected states. These states have some executive restrictions, but their legislatures did more of the heavy lifting on gun control. The ruling still impacts them, but less dramatically. Colorado, Oregon, Washington, Michigan, Connecticut. These states will see specific executive orders challenged. Certain permit requirements will face immediate legal scrutiny. Gun owners here should watch their state legislature's response extremely carefully over the next 90 days. Group 3, minimally affected states. These states already operated closest to constitutional standards. Governors here had minimal executive firearms restrictions in place. Texas, Florida, Arizona, Georgia, Tennessee. Gun owners in these states feel this ruling differently, not because nothing changed, but because this ruling now legally fortifies protections they already largely enjoyed. It makes those protections harder to attack in the future. But here's what every gun owner in every state needs to understand. Regardless of which group your state falls in, this ruling creates a national legal floor. No governor anywhere in America can fall below it. That floor just got significantly raised for every single one of us. Your state is on this map. Your rights just changed. Now let's destroy the myths spreading online right now. Since this ruling dropped, the internet has exploded. Social media, gun forums, comment sections, everyone has an opinion. Most of them are wrong. Let's clean this up right now. 4 myths, 4 truths. Myth 1. This only applies to federal law, not individual states. Here's the truth. This ruling applies to every level of government in America. Federal, state, county, municipal, every layer. McDonald v. Chicago already established that the Second Amendment binds all states. This ruling builds directly on that foundation. If you live in California, New York, or Illinois, this applies to your governor right now, today. Not eventually, today. Myth 2. Governors can just reissue the same orders under different names. Here's the truth. They will absolutely try. We will cover exactly how in the next section. But here's what matters right now. The court specifically anticipated this. The ruling's language closes the rename loophole directly. It's like putting a new label on an empty bottle and calling it full. The courts will see straight through it. And Second Amendment attorneys are already prepared to challenge every renamed restriction immediately. Myth 3. This ruling will be reversed by the next Supreme Court. Here's the truth. 9-0 unanimous rulings are the most legally durable decisions the court produces. No future court reverses a unanimous decision lightly. It would require an extraordinary legal argument that simply doesn't exist on this issue. Heller was 5-4, and it survived 15 years of challenge attempts. A 9-0 ruling is constitutionally bulletproof by every historical measure we have. Myth 4. This means anyone can carry anywhere with absolutely no rules. Here's the truth. That is completely false. And believing it will get you into serious legal trouble. This ruling removes unconstitutional governor overreach. It does not eliminate all firearms regulations. Prohibited persons cannot carry. Sensitive locations still have restrictions. Private property rights still apply. Responsible gun ownership still requires knowing exactly where and how you can legally carry in your specific state. Understanding the difference between myths and facts isn't just important, it's legally protective. Believing the wrong thing about your rights can cost you your rights permanently. Now that we've cleared that up, here's the part that keeps me up at night. Here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to say out loud. Winning a Supreme Court ruling doesn't end the fight, it just changes the battlefield. And right now, tonight, career politicians, anti-gun advocacy groups, and state attorneys general are sitting in rooms figuring out exactly how to bring these restrictions back, quietly, carefully, under new names. This is not speculation. This is history repeating itself. We watched it happen after Bruen, and we will watch it happen again. The question is whether you'll see it coming. Here are 3 specific tactics already being discussed in state houses across America. Tactic 1, the renamed permit system. California and New York are already exploring firearm eligibility certificates. Different name, identical bureaucratic nightmare. Same impossible standards repackaged in fresh legal clothing. They'll argue it's not a carry permit, it's a safety verification system. Don't be fooled. If it walks like a permit and denies like a permit, it's a permit. And Second Amendment attorneys will fight it exactly like one. Tactic 2, the municipal workaround. When states lose power, they push restrictions down to cities. Watch Chicago, watch Los Angeles, watch Newark. Municipal governments will attempt to create city-level firearms restrictions that technically don't involve governor authority. It's like a dam breaking. The water doesn't disappear. It just finds a new path. Your job is knowing which cities are building new dams right now. Tactic 3, the insurance mandate backdoor. This one is the most dangerous because it sounds reasonable. Several states are quietly drafting mandatory firearms liability insurance requirements. No insurance, no legal carry. Insurance companies set impossible premiums. Your rights get priced out of existence without a single executive order being signed. This is the most sophisticated workaround being developed right now, and most gun owners have never even heard of it. Right now, tonight, someone is drafting legislation to bring every one of these restrictions back under a brand new name. You need to know when it happens. You need to know immediately. Subscribe right now and turn on the notification bell. I will personally track every single state response to this ruling. The moment something changes, you will be the first to know. Because knowing is only half the battle. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. You now have more power than before. Here's exactly how to use it correctly. 7 specific steps starting tonight. Step 1. Verify your current legal status. Log on to your state's official firearms portal tonight. Confirm your eligibility status is current and accurate. Any discrepancy needs immediate attention from a qualified firearms attorney. Step 2. Document everything you own. Serial numbers, purchase receipts, photographs. Store copies securely in 2 separate locations. If your rights get challenged, documentation is your first line of legal defense. Step 3. Know your state's updated carry laws. This ruling changed the legal landscape overnight. What was restricted last week may be legally different today. Visit your state attorney general's official website and verify current carry regulations immediately. Step 4. Contact your state representative on record. Call their office, send a written letter, email with your full name. Go on record as a constituent who is watching. Politicians respond differently when they know gun owners are paying attention and documenting their responses. Step 5. Support Second Amendment litigation organizations. Groups like the Second Amendment Foundation and Firearms Policy Coalition are already filing challenges based on this ruling. Their legal victories protect your rights directly. Support them financially if you can. Step 6. Find a local firearms attorney. Not a general practice lawyer, a specialist. One consultation could save your rights, your firearms, and your freedom. Know their number before you ever need it. Step 7. Share this information immediately. Most gun owners you know have no idea this ruling happened. Sharing this video is a Second Amendment act in itself. You are informed, you are prepared. Now act like it. Let's bring this home. 3 things I need you to walk away remembering, no matter what else you forget from today. Takeaway 1. A 9-0 unanimous Supreme Court ruling just constitutionally eliminated governor authority over your Second Amendment rights. All 50 states, every executive order, every emergency power grab, permanently challenged. Takeaway 2, the fight isn't over. It's changing shape right now. Renamed permits, municipal workarounds, insurance mandates, they are coming. You now know exactly what to watch for before anyone else does. Takeaway 3. You have a 7-step action plan sitting in your hands right now. Most gun owners don't. That knowledge is only valuable if you actually use it tonight. Here's the historical perspective I want to leave you with. Heller gave us individual rights. McDonald applied them to every state. Bruen destroyed the reasonable restriction standard. But this ruling, a 9-0 unanimous decision, does something none of those did. It removes the escape hatch. The loophole governors have been hiding inside for 18 years is permanently closed. This isn't just bigger than Bruen. This is the ruling the founders' framework was always building toward. But rights without responsibility mean nothing. Carry legally, store safely, know your laws, be the gun owner that makes every other gun owner look good, because how we exercise these rights determines whether we keep them. Subscribe to this channel right now if you aren't already. Share this video with every gun owner you know. Most of them have absolutely no idea this just happened. Drop a comment telling me what surprised you most today. I read every single one. Next video, we're tracking the first state to fight back. You won't want to miss it.